Alrighty, here we're starting here in Albacore Zones. Fast Ink versus Ink Sync.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said before, we're expecting to see some range here. Jello especially, we know, has run Sniper in the past here. I would not be surprised if they're running it again. But
I'd be surprised if somebody ran a Grim Range Blaster, though.
I'd be really surprised if they ran a Range Blaster. They'd have to be...
Especially considering it's not even in the game's code yet.
Definitely would be removed from the tournament.
Well, yeah, I think we just set off 10 alarms. They get banned from Splatoon completely at that point. Anyways. But maybe a regular Range Blaster or a custom Range Blaster. Those are usable. Not sure which I'd pull here. Rain and Suction Bomb could really do good here. A Lethal Bomb is always appreciated in a combat situation. Like, just toss it out when you can't do much and have a lot of effect. Of course, strategically placing them is important. And Rain is great on zones. Pair it with an Inkjet, and you could do a lot of damage if you're spraying the area that you're fighting with the Inkjet in. All that chip damage can turn a 2-shot into a 1-shot with an Inkjet.
Alright, now just getting started here.
Finally.
On Hotel. Fast Ink versus Ink Sync. Ink Sync here. There it is. Jello brings out the sniper rifle.
E-Leader scope. And the other team has an E-Leader too. Just no scope this time.
E-Leader is slowly getting more and more play here.
Mm-hmm. So let's see on Ink Sync's team. I see the Pro, the E-Leader, the Squelchers, and the Dualies. 3 weapons that have good range and 1 that doesn't. And then on the other side, I see a similar comp. Heavy Splatling Deco, E-Leader without a scope, and Pro, along with the Carbon Rollers. So both teams opted for mostly range and then a bit of short range for sharking when the Ink's around. And Ink Sync's Dualies is going to try to take advantage of that. In addition, the Dualies has the ability to dodge roll over all these grates, which is going to be greatly appreciated by it.
Ink Sync right now taking care of Fast Ink and putting them in their spawn quite early in this game. They got a few down right away. They'll control them pushed up very well here. Ink Sync here just trying to hold on while some specials come out.
Both teams putting out 2 storms apiece, and it's just going to keep the zone neutral.
Another storm, but the Booyah Bomb gets 2! Good Booyah Bomb by Spory here, getting 2 Fast Ink members out of place. They get another one! Fast Ink.
Yep, the Dualies are not being... Dualies in the back are not being watched. Dualies was able to flank a couple times well here. And Sniper's just going to go down to the other Sniper, and that's going to be game 1 to Ink Sync.
Ink Sync here taking care of this one very mightily right off the bat. Just got 2 down, pushed up well, and just didn't let Fast Ink get back in at all. Good plays though, keeping them out like that.
Mm-hmm. Everyone seems to like the Squaps jersey now. Because it has main power up now. Which I honestly like. It's better than Cold Blooded. Anyways.
Game
what's
2,
next
we're gonna have on Kelp Dome.
How many blasters are we gonna get? Oh, Kelp Dome. Oh boy. You got grates to play with. You got lots of area to move around. If you have the turf, it'll be deadly here.
Definitely can be. Alrighty, so with Kelp Dome, I do expect to mention the blasters. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few. Like you said, the grates, great way blaster, you can just go through those and just destroy anybody. Especially if you can hit those directs from below, you're done. And
yeah, you'll have to be sharky to do it, but you can definitely do it. Or, have a lot of range. And burst bombs.
There's lots of little corners you can play with. And just get around anyone that's trying to hide around those corners. Just think pop, done. Load,
yep.
Get a kill, and you keep pushing up with your team.
Checking Kraken.
That's hard.
No.
I actually was just doing that as you did that.
It's too hard. You set up an entire stream and tournament with me. Is that harder?
Yeah, no, that's easier.
Oh my god.
Turning on the
If
right
I knew
map
it was as
and
easy as just staring at the wall to set up a tournament like this, I would have done it sooner.
but it looks like today, right? Picking the right map and checking up is a lot harder than.
Oh my god, and you want to do more work next month. Alright, so what do you think for backline? E-Leader, Hydra, Splatling,
I think we'll
regular
see a Ray
Charger?
here. So probably a sniper though.
Oh yeah.
Yellow. I'm not
Probably one of the
sure.
two lower range, Snipe or Splatling.
There's Jello with
There's the Splatter Scope, and there's the Splatling. Oh, we still got E-Leader on the other team. Interesting. Isn't that the same comp on Fast Ink, or slightly
Very
different?
similar comp. They had oh, they do have a carbon mode. I thought that was a.
They still have the Pro changed to Booyah and Splat Bomb. Looks like Jello goes down right away, so that's going to definitely hurt. They're 2 down actually.
One way.
And there's a trade there, so that's going to be a good chance for Fasting to move if they can get started here. But they're going to get sniped right away by the Splatter Scope.
Yeah.
Who's going to
Jello's
get
been a
pressured.
pretty solid player, and managed quite a lot to help them in this. Keep them in set.
Here comes. Jeez, I can't even remember. Ink something. Help me.
One of the 8 teams. I'm not
God.
sure which one anymore. Which one's this?
Ink Sync. I see the tag and it's IY or something. If it doesn't, don't remember. It should feel like it should be IS. Oh my god.
You're fasting.
Yeah. Fast Ink is being pressured heavily, but the Splatling managed to get that end zap. Ooh, Dooley's got. There's 3 down. It's down to Jello.
There you go.
Who's being pressured by Storm. Storm lets up and he's going to fall back to spawn to Stingray. Here comes the Booyah Bomb. That's going to completely cut them off and force them all to go up ramp onto Grates. This is where having a blaster would be great. Pro goes down to that though, but they're making it all the way to the 44, 43. That's the wipe. 42 actually.
This is their chance here, Ink Sync, to get back into this game. They have 3 minutes left to really start pushing back in.
You got plenty of time. There's no need to panic. Even if you have no points, but you gotta watch those kills there. Pro's got one. He's gonna go for the second, but he's gonna have to be careful here. He's got a lot of pressure on him, and it goes down to the other Pro.
Ink Sync here. They're
popping armor.
Really starting to push off.
Trying to go on
Carbon above, like we said, using those grates effectively. But he goes down. The teammates hear the call out.
There's too many enemies around, not enough allies around.
They heard that call out and responded to it very well. Trading Booyah Bombs there. Stingray also out. Oh, this is Ink Sync is really getting the tower going. They'll take the lead here.
Yeah,
the Carbon Roller pushing in really hard.
No reason to panic. Fire Ink needs to apply that themselves now. They can't panic here either. They're trickling a bit much.
They got them all down. That wasn't a wipe there in favor of Ink Sync.
A couple wipes will end you.
Has to find something now.
They have to find
Bomb's gonna get the Pro.
And that's
Sniper goes down, and that is the favor of Ink.
Looks like, Kraken, looks like we got a report of lag issues. We'll take a look at that when we get the clips. Alright, we'll take a look at that and get game 3 started here.
Yep, go ahead. We will have ourselves a Rainmaker map. Rainmaker verse, or Rainmaker verse. Rainmaker on Shellin or Sturgeon Shipyard. Top mode, beginning of the game. What each team can do on. Definitely here. Still expect Jello to run that same sniper he just ran. Not be surprised.
Alright, let's see here. Lag, contact host, evidence, and then it's up to us, okay? we got that clip. Let's take a look here real quick and see what's going on.
Yeah, we also will be, for those that don't know, we will also be getting new clothing for the new, or around this new update as well.
New
We'll be
clothing,
getting-
really?
We will be getting ourselves spring clothing. We'll be getting spring visors, which we have a green visor, a purple visor, a pink and an orange visor. Some spring colors in that. We'll also be having some shoes here. New, just to be more spring themed, bring more to the table.
I need to check in.
Which the new
Kraken,
Splatfest
I'll
is spring
keep an eye on
hair.
the match real quick. Why don't you check that clip really quickly for me, and I'll watch the match and cock it. It's like 2 seconds long, but I'm not seeing anything. I've watched it a few times. It's not clear. Yep. All right. Looks like Ink Sync's coming in the yellow and Fire Ink in the purple. Ink Sync once again going with yellow with that splatter scope. Also going in with the Kensa Pro and a couple of dualies, Squelchers and Kensa. Meanwhile, on the other end, it's got two the same. Another Splatling. This time it's going to be the Sting and the Carbon Rollers back again. But they're going with Gogula's Decos and the Jet. Looks like so far Fire Ink is going to have that advantage for the first start as Ink Sync's gone down too, but the respawn time has definitely gotten moving, so Ink Sync's going to have their chance to push back in. Ink Sync's going to pop the Rainmaker first and take mid first. Fire Ink not taking advantage of that two-man down situation and bunching up heavily as Dooley's charges in and gets two. Can he get the third? Or the fourth? Nope, he goes down to Baller from Gogula's Decos, and the Rainmakers stopped at the 77 as they try to take spools. Fire Ink makes the pop on Rainmaker and gets pro as a result. Gotta keep your distance from that Rainmaker. Shield is gonna explode. Fire Ink all up on spools as Ink Sync respawns. They take out the Splatling, goes for it, and Doolies gets taken out in return.
3v3 right now. Fast Ink trying to get the Rainmaker moving forward a little bit. At the same time trying to do some damage, which they have an opening. It looks like they have a decent opening here to at least take the lead. Rainmaker's going
They got the
Ray.
lead. They got it to the 71 up top, but Fire Ink is going to have to fall back there as that is way too dangerous for Chwith.
2 down there. Good play there by Jello with the Ray. He was also going to pick up the Rainmaker and start getting it moving.
Keep calm. Let me check that second clip.
We have ourselves 2 on their snipe. The roller here, trying to get something done. Has a baller on his face. Baller's gonna take out his teammate. Has him really weak. But they lose the 2v1 that they put themselves in with that baller. But that baller gave themselves enough time for Jello to just push and push. Keep pushing. Oh, the 14, but not enough. Fast Ink's Carbon Roller comes in.
They can still do this. They got the room. If they can, Dooley goes down to Splatting. That's going to really hurt that chance of that push becoming real.
4v2 here. Not much, and they're just camping it out here. Carbon Roller just not wanting anyone to take that Rainmaker in any sort of fast push here. Ooh, that Splat Bomb was so close here. Rainmaker gets 1. Rainmaker going for 2. He's a pro. Gets 2.
He's gonna get the 3. No, he doesn't get the third. The Doolies is going to go up for the flank though, and the Rainmaker doesn't see him.
Oh, the shots
now
are there.
He sees him. He calls for
No,
help
he goes
this
down.
way, and it gets the trade.
Ooh, that sniper just wants that heavy. Wants to take out that heavy. That'll stop any sort of ray next time they try to push. Get him. Jello gets him down. Jello now has free reign as a backliner. Maybe a little bit of pressure from that vanilla Jet.
2 goes down trying to grab that Rainmaker. And that's going to be Jet and Carbon going to pop that Rainmaker.
Heavy there to support them as well. Every bit of support you can get when you're trying to push and get out of it. Heavy a little too aggressively here, goes down.
You gotta watch your aggression, especially as a backline. Pro's going to push up and going to take out Jet, and then going to take out Rainmaker here. And that's going to be, oh, here comes Googlis. He's going to make a big explosion on that and make a jump. Alright. Did you crack and check DMs when you get a chance?
Two.
if you haven't
We have
already.
two there in mid.
And the Stingray takes
Yeah.
out that Dualies and Rainmaker. Jet's going to try to pressure that, but Pro's watching it too, making nothing really is going to happen there for now. Sniper in mid. Lots of pressure with splat bombs. Bombs always useful. Carbon
Yellow in a
can't get off
1v1.
that
Can't
wall.
get the tap shots. AM there with the Kluga dualies. Gets one. Oh, they got two weak though. That could have been
He's
a
marked
potential
with
triple
Thermal
there.
Ink, and he's going to take out the jump. Splatling goes down to Pro as Carbon is in mid, painting up. Calling for his team. Snipe on Spools, Dualies, everyone else moving up, ramp next to Spools. And a coordinated push there, but it's not going to go very well. Initially, at least. And that's going to be 3 down on the side of Ink Sync.
Ink Sync's got. Or Fast Ink has their chance here.
Fast Ink needs to hold
Oh, that
this,
Ray
not
is gonna
push it.
do it.
If I was Fast Ink, I would have been a little less aggressive, but either way, that's going to be
They tried to take an
that.
opportunity.
Go ahead and make the call on that lag then. And that's going to be 2-1,
Oh,
and we're going to game 4.
oh man, that is a 3-0.
No,
Inks.
no,
That's
I
another win for
completely
Ink
mixed
Sync.
them up. I completely mixed that up.
Y'all got your names are too similar.
I looked at the
Owen.
score at the top. I looked at the top at the end, and I didn't see Ink Sync's marker. I just saw Fast Ink's marker, and I'm like, okay, you know, Fast Ink's at 71, and Ink Sync must be at 100, right?
Congrats.
No. Yeah, I'm bad. Okay, sure.
Congrats to Ink Sync for winning that set.
3-0.